Very good morning, friends. Today we have to study the sources of finance part 2. In that part, we have to understand the preference shares. What is the important source? That is the second source of the creation of the finance, that is the preference shares. In that period, in that point also, we have to study the exact meaning and definition of the preference shares. Then different types of the preferences, what type of preferences are given to the shareholders, then what are the types of preference shares, and what are the different rights of preference shares. All these things we have to study in that period. Okay, and also we have to study what are the merits and demerits of preference shares. All such things we have to study here. Now what is the meaning of preference shares? What do you mean by preference shares? We have to understand. As the name, what is the name? Preference shares. As the name implies, preference share represents that. Preference shares represent that the part of share capital. What is it? The part of share capital of a company which carries preferential rights and privilege with respect to income and assets over equity shares. That share is called preference share. Section 85 of the Indian Companies Act 1956. Try to understand. Section 85 of the Indian Companies Act 1956 defines preference share as one which fulfill the following two requirements. It means that there are two requirements, and those requirements which shares are going to fulfill, those shares are called preference shares. And what are those two requirements are there? Those requirements we have to study. First requirement is there that as regards dividends, try to understand what is it? As regards dividend, it carries or will carry a preferential right to be paid a fixed amount or an amount calculated at a fixed rate, either free or subject to income tax. This is the first requirement of the share. Okay, then another requirement is also there, that is the second requirement, that is regards capital. Try to understand, that requirement is regard with capital. It carries or will carry on the winding of the repayment of the capital a preferential right to be repaid the amount of capital. What is it? The amount of capital paid up or deemed to have been paid off, irrespective of whether there is a preferential right to the repayment of any money in respect of dividends remaining unpaid up to that date of such winding up, or a repayment of capital, or any fixed premium or premium on any fixed scale, okay, specified in the memorandum or articles of the company, or both. These are the condition. It means that what type of a preference is given to the preference share, such type of a preferences are given at the time of payment, at the time of dividend, at the time of repayment. All such conditions are mentioned in this second point. That's why we have to understand the second point, that is also very important. That is the second requirement for the preference shares. And from the above these points, from the above these definitions, it is clear that preference shares are those. Which shares are called preference shares? Preference shares are those shares which carry the following preferential rights over the other classes of shares. Following preferential rights are also there, and those rights are to the preference shareholders. What are those rights? First right is given here, a preferential right in respect of fixed dividend. What is it? Fixed dividend. It means that such type of a fixed dividend to get, that is the right of the preference shares. It may consist of fixed amount or fixed rate. There may be amount is fixed or rate is also fixed. That is the first condition. Then second is also there, a preferential right as to repayment of capital. At the time of repayment also, preference is given to the preference shareholders first. In the case of winding up of the company, in the priority over other classes of the shares. It means that before other shares, before other classes of the shares, first of all, the amount is repaid to the preference shareholders. It means that priority is given to the preference shareholders first. Okay, and these are the two types of the preferential rights to the preference shareholders. These two rights also we have to understand. What are those two rights? First, amount of dividend should be at a fixed rate or at a fixed amount. And second, what is at the time of repayment also, that amount should be paid priority to the preference shareholders. It means that priority should be given to the preference shareholders. These are two types of the preferential rights over other the classes of the shares to the preference shares. Okay, and these two rights also we have to understand. Then another thing is also there, preferences, in what items preferences are given. Try to understand. The usual preferences are given to the shareholders of the preference shares, and those preferences can be classified as under. With the help of this chart also you can understand what type of preferences are given to the preference shares. First preference is discussed here, that is mentioned about preference as to dividend. It means that when company is going to distribute the amount of dividend, at that time first priority should be given to the preference shareholders. First preference should be given to the preference shareholders. The most common and important right to receive the dividend before ordinary share, as vested with the preference shareholders. The ordinary shareholders cannot be given any dividend unless the specific rate of dividend is set apart for the preference shareholders. Such preferential claim may be cumulative. Such type of preferential claim may be cumulative or non-cumulative. These shares can be participating in the surplus of profit along with the ordinary shareholders also. It means that in case of dividend also, preference is given to the preference shares. Then second preference is also I have mentioned here in this chart, that is a preference as regards assets. The preferences are given, or the preference shares always involve preference as to dividend but not necessarily to the assets. Such type of preference should be to the dividend but not necessarily as to asset, where the preference as to the asset is not specified in the contract. Okay, if such type of preference is not specified in the contract or articles of the association of the corporation, the assumption is that preference shareholders will have no prior claim over and above the ordinary shareholders. As regard the distribution of assets at the time of the company's liquidation, preference of this nature enables the holders to have his capital returned from the company at the time of liquidation. Try to understand. When amount of capital will be returned to the shareholders at the time of liquidation? Before the ordinary shareholders. Try to understand. Before the ordinary shareholders put forward their claim. And this type of a preference also we have to understand as regards asset. Then third preference is also given here. Preference as regards participation. What is it? Preference as regard participation. The preference shareholders are awarded contingent rights to vote on issue. Try to understand. To vote on issue regarding their interest. These matters relate to default in paying dividend, issue of debenture, or additional preference shares, because all these things are affected the definitely rate of dividend and amount of dividend also. That's why the redemption of shares and winding of company, all such things are there, and in that interest they can take participation. Okay, they can participate in that type of activity. Then next preference is also given here, protection against dilution. Okay, creating any prior or equal claim against the asset of company will affect the interest of preference shareholders. Therefore, creation of any prior claim against earning or assets equal or superior to the preference shares shall require the consent of preference shareholders. Without taking such type of a consent, such type of activity cannot be completed. Such type of task cannot be completed. Try to understand. Then next preference is also given here, that is a conversion. Preference as regards conversion. This preference or right is given to early stage of the company to give benefit to the success of the company to the preference shareholders. It affords an opportunity, try to understand, it affords an opportunity to shareholders. For what purpose? For the retirement of preference shares through their conversion into ordinary shares. It means that such type of a conversion is also possible, and for that conversion stage also preference is given to the preference shares. The term of exchange usually become less attractive. The term of exchange, try to understand, exchange usually become less attractive if shareholders delay in exercising right of conversion. If there is a delay of such type of exercising and exercising the right of conversion, at that time also such type of activity is usually become less attractive. And the last preference we have to understand, which is given to the preference shareholder, that is a preference as regards redemption. When preference shares are repayable at the option of the issue company, they are known as redeemable preference shares. What type of preference shares are those? Redeemable preference shares, those are called. Such redemption is as per the terms of the contract or voluntary. Such type of redemption is either as per contract or as per voluntary. They permit a more flexible financing program and provide an opportunity to use period of easy creation and low money rate. Try to understand, easy creation and low money rates to escape form of burdensome. In this way, these are 6 types of the preferences which are given to the preference shareholders. Then we have to study what are the types of preference shares. There are different types of the preference shares. There are main 4 classes of the types. First, as per accumulation. Second, as per participation. Third, as per conversion. And last, as per redemption. And each class is having 2 subclasses. For example, as per accumulation, cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference shares. As per participation, participating preference shares and non-participating preference shares. As per conversion, convertible preference shares and non-convertible preference shares. And as per redemption, redeemable preference shares and irredeemable preference shares. These are the types of the preference shares. Now we have to discuss in detail about each and every type of the preference share. Now come to the first point. What is it? Cumulative preference shares. What do you mean by cumulative preference share? The dividend payable on these shares, try to understand, the dividend payable on these shares goes on accumulating till it fully paid off. It means that if any year, if company is not getting profit at that time, in that year company is unable to pay dividend, and that dividend will be cumulative, and that dividend may be paid in the next year if company got the profit. Such type of shares are called cumulative preference shares. Okay. Then second type is also there, non-cumulative preference shares. What is it? Non-cumulative preference shares. These are the shares on which the dividend does not go on accumulating. The dividend does not go on accumulating. If there are no profit or there are inadequate profit in years, try to understand, these shares get no dividend or get a partial dividend. They cannot claim the current or arrears of the dividend of any years out of the profit of the subsequent years. Preference shares are presumed to be cumulative. Try to understand. Preference shares are presumed to be cumulative unless specially stated in the shares. Unless specially stated to be otherwise. This is the second type of the preference share. What is it? Non-cumulative preference share. Then third type is there. What is it? Participating preference shares. These shares are not only entitled to a fixed rate of dividend, but also to share in the surplus profit which remains after the claim of the equity shareholders have to be made. The surplus profit are distributed in certain agreed ratio between the shareholders, between the holders of the participating preference shares and equity shares. That's why those are called participative preference shares. Then next type is also given there, that is a non-participating preference shares. These shares are entitled to only a fixed rate of the dividend and do not share in the surplus profit which go to the equity shareholders. It means that those are called non-participating preference shares. Then next class is also given here, that is conversion. That is the third class of the share preference shares, that is a conversion. And as per the conversion, there are two types of these shares, preference shares, convertible and non-convertible. Now we have to study the first type, convertible preference shares. The shareholders of these shares, the holders of these shares have a right to convert them into equity shares within a certain period. It means that within certain period, such type of shareholders are having right to convert their preference shares into equity shares. Such type of shares are called convertible preference shares. What are called? Convertible preference shares. And next type is also given there, non-convertible preference shares. What are those? Non-convertible preference shares. The preference shares are entitled, non-convertible preference shares are entitled to only a fixed rate of the dividend and do not share in the surplus of the profit. Try to understand. And such type of preference shares without a right of conversion, non-convertible preference shares, that is without right of conversion into equity shares, are called non-convertible preference shares. It means that, try to understand, such type of conversion is not possible in case of non-convertible preference shares. Conversion of what? Conversion of preference shares into equity shares is not possible in such type of shares. What type of shares are there? Non-convertible preference shares. And the last type we have to understand, last class, that is the fourth class, as per the redemption. There are two types of the shares. Those are redeemable and irredeemable preference shares. What are those? Redeemable and irredeemable preference shares. A company limited by the shares, try to understand, company limited by the shares may be, try to understand, maybe, if so authorized by the articles, issue preference shares which are to be repaid. Okay, such shares called redeemable preference shares can be redeemable. Such type of shares can be redeemed provided they are fully paid, or articles of association of the company provided for the such type of redemption. Such type of shares are called redeemable preference shares. And another type is also there, irredeemable preference shares. Such type of shares are not to be repaid during the lifetime of the company. Such type of shares are not to be repaid during the lifetime of the company are called irredeemable preference shares. These are the different 8 type of the preference shares. What are those types? What are the classes? Those classes are there. There are 4 classes are there. First class is according to the accumulation. In that accumulation class, cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference share. Second class is according to the participation. In that class, participating preference shares and non-participating preference shares. Third class is also there as per the conversion. In that class also 2 types are there, convertible or convertible preference shares and non-convertible preference shares. And the fourth class is there as per the redemption. redeemable preference shares and irredeemable preference shares. These are the types of the preference shares. Now we have to understand what are the merits of preference shares. Okay, there are different types of the merits. I have mentioned n number of merits are there in that chart. 11 merits we can get of the preference shareholders. What are the merits of preference shares? First merit I have mentioned, preference shares are substitute for debentures. This is the first merit. What is it? Preference shares are substitute for the debentures, particularly when the earning of the company are not stable. Try to understand. While the earning of the company is not stable, but average return justify the use of preference shares, they are always preferred. It means that preference shareholders are definitely substitute for debentures. Then second merit we have to understand, easy reorganization. The preference shares are suitable in case of reorganization of the company. In the event of its failure, this is a convenience medium of the satisfying the junior debenture holders. They are a sort of cushion to the debenture holders. Preference shareholders are a sort of cushion to the debenture holders. That's why this merit is also we can understand. Then another merit is also given here, that is a no fixed burden. Financing through preference share does not involve any fixed burden on the company. There is no legal obligation on the company to pay dividend if there are no profit. If there are no profits are there, at that time there is no legal obligation of the company for payment of dividend. That's why there is no fixed burden. Then another merit is also we have to study, better strength. Preference shares add to the equity base of the company and thereby strengthen its financial position. Adequate equity base enhances the ability of the company to borrow the future. It means that better strength in that preference shares is also possible. Then no charge. Issue of preference shares does not create any sort of the charge against the asset of the company. Thus, the assets are freely available for raising additional funds from any other source. It means that there is no charge of the preference shareholders on any asset, and this type of merit is also possible. Then next merit is also there, trading on equity is possible. The preference shares are entitled to a fixed rate of dividend. Preference shares are entitled to a fixed rate of dividend. The company may therefore pay dividend to the equity shareholders at the rate higher than the overall return of the investment, and thus take advantage of the trading on equity. Such type of advantage is also there. What is it? Trading on equity. This type of advantage is also possible with the help of the issue of preference shares. Then next advantage we can get, no dilution of control. What is the next advantage? No dilution of control. Issuing of preference shares does not maritally disturb the existing pattern of the control. It means that existing pattern can remain safe. Issue of preference shares is not affecting the controlling matter. Try to understand. That is not affecting on the controlling. Okay, because the preference shareholders are entitled to vote only. The preference shareholders are also having a right of vote, but that is also only on such resolutions which directly affect their interest. That's why there is no dilution of the control. Then next merit is also I have mentioned there, less risk. Preference shares are particularly useful for those investors who wants fixed rate of return. It means that preference shares are useful for such type of investors who wants fixed rate of return with comparatively low risk. This type of a benefit is also there. Then another benefit we can get, we can understand, that is a flexibility. Issue of preference shares introduces the element of flexibility in the financial plan of the company. If the funds raised through preference shares, try to understand, if the funds raised through the preference shares are not required at any time, and these shares can be redeemed at the option of the company. That's why such type of flexibility is also available in issue of preference shares. Then another merit is also given here, that is the second last, tool for marketability. Preference shares may be used as a device to enhance the marketability of other corporate securities. They can be distributed in the form of bonus shares also, not a bogus shares, bonus shares also. Okay, and this type of a benefit is also possible. And the last benefit is there, which is mentioned in this chart. What is it? Important medium of finance. These shares represent the compromises between the corporation and the investors. It is a hybrid security. It is a what type of security? Hybrid security, since it combines some of the characteristics of both debt and equity securities. It is therefore one of the important source of the finance. In this way, these are the different types of the merits. One less one dozen merits I have mentioned there. How many merits are there? Double one merits I have mentioned there within these two charts. And with the help of those points also, you can understand the different types of the merits of preference shares. Now another point we have to understand, that is a demerit. What is it? Demerit. And what are the demerits of the preference shares? Those demerits also we have to study. First demerit is there, not deducted from tax purpose, not deducted from tax. It means that not deducted for the tax purpose. This is the first demerit of the preference shares. One of the principal advantage of the financing, try to understand, one of the principal disadvantage of the financing through preference shares is that preference dividend is not deductible. Preference dividend is not deductible as an expense for the tax purpose. It means that there is not deducted for the tax purpose. This is the first demerit. Then another second demerit is also there, dilute claim. The preference shares dilute the claim of the equity shareholders over the assets of the company. If they are not issued, then equity shareholders will have first claim on the assets after the creditors are satisfied. That's why this is the second demerit of the preference share. Then third demerit is also we have to study. What is it? Lead to insolvency. What is it? Preference shares, issue of preference shares lead to insolvency. Preference shares may pave the way for the insolvency of the company. Try to understand. This happens when the directors continue to pay dividend on them, in spite of lower profit, to maintain their attractiveness. It means that such type of activity leads to the insolvency, and that is also the another demerit. Next demerit is also mentioned here, no voting rights. They have no specific voting right in exchange of privilege enjoyed by them. They are rarely regarded as capital contributor like debentures. It means that they are not having voting right, and that is also another demerit. Then next demerit is also there, no participation. The preference shareholders are rarely allowed to participate in the distribution of excess earning or surplus profit. It means that participation in excess earning is also not allowed there. That is exceptional case. Okay, it means that fifth demerit is also there, no participation is there. And the last point we have to understand about the demerit, that is the sixth demerit, how to quit. The preference shareholders are compelled to get their securities redeemed at a time. When they want to retain their position in the company, at that time redemption is made there. and they are required to quit even though they want to remain in the company. In this way, these are the half dozen demerits of the preference shares, and those demerits also we have to study in detail. Okay, in this way we have studied the merits and demerits of the preference shares also. Okay, if any difficulty is there, you can contact me. I can solve your difficulty wherever and whenever it is possible. Okay, thank you very much.